What's up, guys? Your boy is coming to you live from the beautiful city of Warsaw, Poland, and the view from my hotel is just insane. Right outside my window, I can see the iconic Palace of Culture and Science. Hold up, was that the Polish national football team bus? I just saw pulling up outside. Looks like the Red and White Eagles might be staying at my hotel. The Palace of Culture and Science has been towering over the city since the 1950s. It's like a giant glass syringe injecting communist vibes into the heart of Warsaw, but Warsaw has moved on from those days. Just a stone's throw away is the ultra-modern Złota 44 residential tower. This twisty glass giant looks like it was designed by an architect who appreciated curves, if you know what I mean. Speaking of phallic architecture, the Warsaw Tower is the new sky-piercing kid on the block. At 310 meters, it's the tallest building in the European Union right now. Looks like Warsaw is making up for lost time and embracing capitalism hard. There are so many other new skyscrapers shooting up too. The Warsaw Spire, Warsaw Unit, Skyliner. The city is having an epic construction party, and all the biggest buildings were invited. I can also see some familiar hotel brands from my vista. The Intercontinental, Marriott, Novotel. Gotta appreciate a city that knows how to put out a welcome mat for travelers like me. Do you know what else I can glimpse from up here? The massive National Stadium, that retractable roof behemoth that hosted the 2012 Euro Cup games. It's like a giant spaceship landed in Warsaw to watch some football. Alright, enough enjoying the view from my room. Let's hit the streets and take you on a driving tour around this phoenix of a city that keeps reinventing itself. We're going to cruise down the major arteries, Jerozolimski Road and the stretch of Maszałkowska. Warsaw, the phoenix city that has risen from the ashes time and again, now shines brighter than ever as a jewel in the crown of modern Europe. Since Poland joined the European Union in 2004, an incredible metamorphosis has taken place on the streets of the capital. What was once a gloomy, oppressive landscape of drab communist-era buildings and neglected infrastructure has blossomed into a vibrant, beautiful and cosmopolitan city. Billions of euros in investment have poured in, funding bold new architectural gems while expertly restoring Warsaw's historic heart. Warsaw's urban renaissance extends well beyond the old town. The renovated Royal Route is a breathtaking boulevard flanked by lush parks, palaces and cultural highlights like the iconic St. Anne's Church. Nowy Swiat is an endlessly lively thoroughfare of trendy dining, nightlife, high-end boutiques and art galleries. Across the Vistula River, the upscale Powiśl district showcases the city's world-class capacity for innovative architecture and civic planning. Everywhere you look, there are dazzling reminders of how far Warsaw has come. The skyline's futuristic skyscrapers were just concepts on drawing boards a couple of decades ago. Forgotten industrial districts like Praga have been utterly reborn as hotbeds of creativity with exposed brick lofts, craft breweries and urban beaches. Public spaces from urban forests to bicycle paths have reclaimed what was once. Alright, so I arrived first time in Poland 24 years ago, and back then Warsaw was very much still transitioning away from its communist-era look and feel. From the aeroplane, the cityscape appeared drab and monotonous, dominated by grey Soviet-style apartment blocks stretching as far as the eye could see. The one major exception was the soaring Palace of Culture and Science, the controversial gift from Stalin that towered over the skyline. On the ground, signs of the old regime were everywhere I looked. Rundown housing projects, outdated communist-era cars on the roads, and locals dressed in plain, unstylish clothing, a legacy of decades of repression and limited consumer options. However, there were also unmistakable signs that Poland was evolving into a capitalist democracy. Bright advertisements and marketing began appearing over dull communist murals. Enterprising vendors set up kiosks and street stalls to cater to the public's new consumer desires. Even a few modern cafes and eateries had sprouted up, offering upscale experiences by local standards. It was a stark contrast between the remaining drab austerity of the communist era and the vibrancy of capitalism and free markets just starting to take root. You could sense the uncertainty over whether Poland would fully embrace its democratic Western future, or if older dogmas would reassert themselves. For someone visiting from the outside, it was fascinating to witness a nation remaking itself in real time. The growing pains of shedding authoritarian rule were visible, but so were the green shoots of positive change. Poland, 24 years, embodied that transition period powerfully. Thanks for joining me on this drive around Warsaw, reliving those early days after the fall of communism, when the path forward for Poland was still so uncertain. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more videos coming soon.